Have you ever noticed the temperature in a room change the exact moment you walk in? Before you even speak? You haven't been rude. You haven't made a scene. Your posture is relaxed, your expression neutral. And yet, something shifts. The air thickens. Conversations subtly stall. People begin to fidget. Some avoid eye contact, while others glance at you with a quiet, defensive edge. It feels as if your presence alone has disrupted an invisible balance. And here's the unsettling truth. What you're triggering in that moment has almost nothing to do with you, and everything to do with what others are trying not to face. If you've ever felt like an unspoken threat simply by being calm, you are not imagining it. There is a silent psychological tension unfolding beneath the surface, one rooted in the way human minds react to stillness. Before we explore the deeper mechanics of this phenomenon, if you value these kinds of psychological investigations, consider subscribing to the Purely Psychology Lab. This space exists for people who notice what others overlook. At the center of this mystery lies something called the mirror effect. Human beings are neurologically wired to seek social cues to understand how they should feel, behave, and position themselves. Most people enter social spaces projecting a constant level of noise, not only verbal noise but emotional static. They perform, they over-explain, they try to signal value, confidence, humor, relevance. But when you enter a space with quiet confidence, you disrupt that pattern. You aren't performing, you aren't competing. You are simply present. You become a still lake in a room full of restless water. And the problem with a still lake is that it reflects everything that falls into it. When someone with an internally chaotic world encounters your calm presence, they don't actually see you. They see themselves. They see their insecurity mirrored back through your silence. Your stillness creates a psychological vacuum. And because the human brain instinctively hates emptiness, it rushes to fill it with assumptions, projections, and interpretations. They assume you are judging them because they are constantly judging themselves. They assume you are hiding something because they feel fraudulent. They assume your calm is artificial because peace feels unfamiliar to them. This leads us to an even deeper layer of the puzzle: nervous system mismatch. Most people today live in a chronic state of alert. Their sympathetic nervous system is constantly activated, scanning for threat, comparison, validation, or control. Anxiety becomes their baseline. When they encounter someone whose nervous system is regulated, grounded, slow, internally stable, it creates biological dissonance. Your calm doesn't register as safety to them. It registers as something uncanny, like the quiet before a storm. Because chaos is all they know, your peace feels like a mask. They wait for the real you to slip. They expect tension, reaction, emotional leakage. And when it never comes, discomfort quietly transforms into resentment. They aren't reacting to your personality. They are reacting to the fact that you are not vibrating at the same anxious frequency as the world around them. This is where status anxiety enters the picture. In social hierarchies, information is currency. The more someone talks, the more they reveal needs, insecurities, approval-seeking patterns. But a quiet, self-possessed person offers very little data. You are a closed book in a world where most people are loudly reading their table of contents, and that terrifies insecure minds. If they can't read you, they can't predict you. If they can't predict you, they can't control you. If they can't control you, they feel exposed. Your silence is unconsciously interpreted as high status, not because you assert dominance, but because you don't need permission to exist comfortably. This creates a perceived power imbalance. They feel smaller simply because you appear complete. So they mislabel your self-containment as arrogance. They call your presence intimidating, cold, or strange. These labels aren't descriptions. They are defense mechanisms. Another layer often goes unnoticed: emotional transparency. Most people survive by wearing masks. Masks of competence, masks of likability, masks of confidence. When they encounter someone who doesn't seem burdened by constant self-monitoring, someone who doesn't over-justify their existence, it exposes the weight of their own masks. Your authenticity becomes a spotlight. Without intending to, you silently ask a question that unsettles them. Why can't you be at ease the way I am? They don't want to answer that question, so they blame you for asking it. And while they are busy reacting, something else is happening beneath the surface, something that works in your favor. Because you aren't performing, you are observing. You notice micro-expressions others miss. You sense shifts in tone before words change. You detect inconsistencies, subtle dishonesty, emotional leaks. You see the world in high definition while others are distracted by their own noise. This is why some people feel watched around you. Not because you are judging them, but because, on some level, they know you can see through the performance. So how do you move through a world that feels unsettled by your stillness? The first step is simple, but not easy. Stop shrinking. Many introspective people instinctively soften themselves when they sense discomfort. They talk more. They explain themselves. They apologize unnecessarily. They dim their presence to make others feel safe. This is a mistake. When you shrink to accommodate someone else's insecurity, you don't heal it. You reinforce it. You teach them that your natural state is something that needs to be corrected. Instead, reframe the interaction. When someone reacts defensively to your calm, understand what it truly is. Information. Their discomfort is a map of their unresolved inner world. It is not a verdict on your character. This realization changes everything. Once you see their reaction as data, not rejection, you regain your freedom. You stop internalizing tension that was never yours to carry. You move through social spaces with grounded detachment, not coldness, not superiority, stability. This is quiet power. Quiet power doesn't dominate. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't chase comfort. It holds its ground. Think of a lighthouse in a storm. It doesn't move because the waves are violent. It doesn't apologize for standing firm. It simply remains, a fixed point of orientation in chaos. Your stillness functions the same way. People may test it. They may provoke it. They may try to pull you into reaction. Let them. Your role is not to manage other people's nervous systems. Your role is to remain authentic. If you have ever felt that strange, unspoken tension when entering a room, that sudden shift in energy, understand this. It is not a flaw. It is a signal, a sign that you operate on a different frequency. In a world addicted to noise, composure feels radical. In a culture of performance, presence feels threatening. And that is not your burden to resolve. If this resonates, share your experience in the comments. Have you ever been labeled intimidating without ever raising your voice? Have you noticed people reacting to your calm in unexpected ways? Your stories help this community recognize that what we were once taught to hide is often our greatest strength. If this exploration brought clarity, consider liking and sharing this video with someone who might need reassurance that their quiet nature is not a weakness. Stay observant. Stay grounded. Because while the world's noise is temporary, your stillness is a fortress. Thank you for being part of the Purely Psychology Lab. Until next time, keep looking deeper.